Yes, Sirski. What it is and what it ain't, good people. It's your boy Kato. So let's switch it up. What it is and what it ain't, good people. It's your boy Kato. And here with me is
relax.
All right. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
What it is and what it ain't, good people.
Nah, what it is and what it ain't, good people. It's your boy Kato.
Yeah, it's your boy Calvin, bro.
Here with 2024 resolutions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to do better for the year. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be new and improved. You know what I'm saying? We trying to climb that mountain. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be the one, the only best dynamic duo since Outkast, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Since Outkast.
And yes, since Outkast. Since Outkast.
That's wild. That's all. That's wild.
Yes.
In short, I don't know why he's bugging. I shouldn't have never let him. I'm sorry. Like he's doing the most. Look, listen, it's 2024, bro. We gotta lock in on great things. You feel me? Saving money, living better. No Walmart affiliation here.
And praying on you niggas downfalls.
We
left
don't,
and
we
right.
don't we don't do that here at 25.
Nah,
at least the line of Calvins don't do that. You need me? We just do our own thing and keep it pushing. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? You see what I'm saying, bro? You know, save that bread. You know, if you working out, work out with the greatness. Drink the water. You feel me? All the extra stuff's not necessary. Maybe once in a month. You know, who knows? You know. Move better. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like him praying on people's downfalls and shit, bro. But we moving out.
Nah, we praying on
niggas'
downfalls all 2024.
You just gotta keep it to yourself and keep it pushing. You dig what I'm saying? Let go
I
of
love
that
it
other
when me
stuff,
and
bro.
God see eye to eye and niggas is just
Let
in the
go of all
graveyard,
that other
bro.
stuff, bro.
I love
Remember,
it.
if people trying to argue on your phone, hang up the phone, because who can argue on the phone bill that you pay for? I mean, come on now. It's your phone bill. They ain't no arguing on that, bro. You dig what I'm saying, bro? But we moving better. Positive vibes only, not that negativity he's out here trying to push, bro. Come on, the toxicity he out here pushing, bro. We can't do that, bro. He's a toxic individual, bro. But always, you know, do what one good deed a day. Be easy.
Oh no, I got a topic.
Clear.
I got a topic. Hold on.
What are you talking about, bro?
Nigga, I got
Topic
a
for
topic.
what? We already had a podcast, dog.
Hold on, I got a topic for you.
What are you talking about?
Katt Williams. Let's talk about Katt Williams real quick. Let's talk about the interview heard around the world.
I mean, what's there to talk about? I mean, he was standing on business.
I wanted to talk about humiliation culture.
What do you mean?
Okay, so basically all minorities, they have to play on their stereotypes. You know, an Asian had to be the typical Asian guy. The Indian guy has to be the typical Indian guy. The African guy has to be the typical African guy. But for African Americans, they had to be emasculated. You know what I'm talking about in Hollywood, to where they have to go through a humiliation trial in order to be in the Illuminati that Katt Williams was alleging. Do you think that's true?
There's some possibilities.
I think it might be true, because there's a lot of prominent black actors who did get demasculated in movies or TV shows. Case in point, Jamie Foxx.
What? Well,
Jamie Foxx having to be what was that? What was his woman's name?
I mean, Katt Williams did talk about, why do men have to be in a dress just to do whatever. He was even talking about when Martin.
I would say black men in particular. I don't see any other race doing it.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of black women ain't getting paid out there like they should be.
Mm-hmm. And black rappers just having to do emasculating shit as well, because like, you remember when Meek Mill was in a tennis court?
No.
All right, so basically Meek Mill lost some bet on the tennis court, and he had to do like bunny hops, and he had to pretend like he was a bunny and shit. And there was somebody just like, yeah, keep doing that shit. You lost, bitch. Yeah, keep doing that shit. And then Kanye West didn't go through the humiliation trial in order to be Kanye West, but he did have to go through the humiliation trial in order to be in the fashion industry, because there was some dude in I want to say a Rolls Royce or a limousine, and Kanye West had to use his hands as plates. And there was some dude just like literally eating off of his hands.
Well, it's kind of hard to say that with Kanye, because Kanye, that nigga there, he different. But like, I can see that from putting it like that. I can see like there's a lot of different people who's out here done things just to be in a whole new scene. Because when he brought up Gary Owen, like he's a white comedian.
Uh-huh.
His stuff is funny. His stuff is always funny.
Right.
But you don't see him out there a lot like everybody else does, like everybody else is as far as top comedians go, because he hasn't done nothing like that. He hasn't sold his soul to be part of the whole thing. I mean, that brings in a lot of truth. If like Hollywood doesn't really seem to care if you try to stay genuine to yourself for what you do. They're saying if you're gonna do this for us, then we can make you some money off of it, which is kind of crazy to me. I couldn't be up there in that limelight. But for what Katt Williams is doing on his podcast, that the way he was speaking, the way he was doing it all, that I mean, hey, look, I can't really see no fault in anything that he says. And then next thing you know, a lot of people's putting two to two together. They're like, hey, he said this joke back then, and then Cedric said this joke a little while afterwards, and it's just like it's looking like it's adding up, and no one's calling him a liar by any of it. Now, there was one thing on one guy's like, when are we going to stop, shooting each other in the foot and let and people be successful in their own right? And I'm like, I'm ignoring that statement. And I'm like, black people can't seem to do that. Black people can't seem to let other niggas win.
Prosper.
Like, it's just, there's always going to be something wrong. Like, you can't always be like, oh, man, they're doing this, but really they're like, they ain't even all like that. I was like, come on, bro. That's really the same thing with black people about owning a business. Black people swear up and down they don't want to pay the prices of someone who just opened up a shop, but go and run people over for a fucking cup.
Yeah.
From Target.
Yeah.
Where someone could have sold the same cup at their store. It may be a little bit more expensive, but yeah, they got to start somewhere.
Right.
They got to get the revenue in, but it's just crabs in a barrel type shit. Niggas do not want to see other niggas happy. That's the problem that we have in America. Katt Williams went on that man's pod to set some records straight. No one's told him he was a liar yet. Ice Cube validated what he needed to validate it from what Katt Williams said, kept it pushing. Mm-hmm. Which that validation only solidifies his stance even more. And yet none of the other people that he was talking about, that I have not seen everything from everybody. So came out and said anything about it to disprove what he said only makes it seem like, I mean, he ain't lying. Like it's some dumb work out there.
Yeah. Everybody just kind of like sidestepped it.
Like,
Cedric random allegedly, I gotta protect myself legally.
Yeah,
but like allegedly just said that comedians steal other comedians' jokes. I don't know if Steve Harvey responded yet. Who was it? Ricky Smiley?
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Smiley said he was keeping it positive. Tiffany Haddish didn't disprove what Katt Williams was saying, but like she just said like I was just performing when you wasn't there. Kevin Hart said, "Do you want to entertain the circus or just laugh at it?" Who else did he shoot at? Faison said that he needed help. Did he shoot at anybody else?
Not that I remember. It was a very long podcast, but not that I remember. Here's my thing. Like, if he was bringing up the fact that, like, certain comedians are only known for a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
And if Steve Harvey was mad at Bernie Mac, I mean, hey, Bernie Mac is
I wouldn't be surprised if he was mad at Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was that dude.
Yeah, he was literally top tier. I mean, Richard Pryor is probably that guy when it comes to comedy. I haven't watched a lot of his stuff, but a lot of people can go point to him and be like, yeah, that was that guy. For me,
yeah,
I started with Def Jam comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever watch any of it.
I'm not a fan of stand-up.
No. I mean, that's to each their own. Bernie Mac killed it. Eddie Griffin killed it. A lot of people was going on that stage just killing it left and right. But if you put Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Katt Williams, Dave Chappelle.
Damn, you didn't even bring up DL Hughley. He was in the Kingston Comedy Tour too.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to just only name people from Kingston Comedy Tour. I haven't seen much of his stuff. I know he is funny, but I haven't seen much of his stuff. I can't really. But I'm gonna put him up there anyway. But I'm not gonna hold it against him. I haven't seen.
I'm not putting him up there. I just want to say his name just to say that I'm not putting him up there.
Like, as far as rankings go, when it comes to most of them, I can't say they can hold a candle to Bernie Mac or even Katt Williams. Their stuff is just die hard funny.
Yeah.
And when he was talking about, what was it? Kevin Hart, like most people didn't know that he was in the movie. Most people that I've seen didn't even know that was Kevin Hart's movie 100%.
Oh, what, Soul Plane?
Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, I remember him being in there. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know he did stand up until, what was it, those first few Netflix specials that he did.
Hold on, what?
What?
You didn't see Grown Little Man? That wasn't a Netflix special.
Grown Little Man. Which one was that?
All right. That wasn't a Netflix special.
It wasn't?
No.
What did I see that on? It might have not been a special. It was probably a stand-up that they put on there, but it wasn't a Netflix like special.
No, it's Kevin Hart been out here for a while.
No, but I remember seeing. Okay, those 3 stand-ups he did that came out like the year after each one. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing those, but like as far as that, I didn't even know he did stand-up until like I had seen those specials. Not Netflix specials, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that he was doing that. I remember him from that Soul Plane movie, and that was about it.
I think that's where I remember him from too.
I've been and known Bernie Mac doing stand up since Def Jam. I've been and known Katt Williams was out here doing all that shit. Eddie Griffin, all of them. But to be honest, I didn't even know it was Kevin Hart was like that. I mean, for what he was saying, putting everything out there like that, I was like, damn, I can't really fight against anything that he was saying.
Oh no, him and Kevin Hart, they're just jealous of each other.
And probably who was the best short man in comedy.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's mad that people say that Katt Williams is funny, and Katt Williams is jealous that Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart.
I couldn't be jealous if I'm Katt Williams, bro. Come on now.
No, there's jealousy in her. He's not going to admit it, but there's jealousy in her.
Probably. But I don't even think Kevin Hart was the main thing about it. I know he was there on his show to point out the lies and some of the things that some of the people's been saying on his show. It's like, he's not going to lie. I ain't going to let y'all just lie on your thing about all these things, and I know the actual truth. Which, that's like street shit, too. I mean, like, people going to lie about shit that you ain't supposed to talk about shit, but to each his own. I can't say that Katt Williams was wrong for what he did. I mean, if he wanted to air things out and set the record straight for a lot of different people.
I'm not going to say he's wrong, but he's petty. Because he aired it out on everybody.
I mean, there was definitely strays.
Nobody, like, half of those people didn't even say anything about Katt Williams, and Katt Williams just aired it out on him.
Yeah, there was a fine line for it all, but at the end of the day, like, no one's really gonna have all the truth or facts between everything. Katt Williams can say all that stuff. The actions of other people may dictate his truth to his words, but do we really know for sure? I'm not calling him a liar, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, nobody's denying what he's saying.
That's the crazy part. And if and the whole statement about comedians stealing other people's stuff, I mean, this is not like a skit on the internet.
Yeah.
This ain't like Vine or anything like that. Like, you can make a skit, and then someone else can be like, that's a funny skit. I'm going to use that skit, but I'm going to do it differently.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, can I say a joke? Can I say a joke? Please. Por favor.
What?
Tiffany Haddish, you had time to respond to Katt Williams, but you didn't have time to call
an Uber. That's not a joke.
No, that's a joke.
How's that a joke?
Because she had time to respond to Katt Williams, but she didn't have time to call an Uber.
Okay.
And you got the money for the Uber too. That's the wild part. Like, you have the money for the Uber, but nah, you just like, nah, I'm gonna do a DUI. But let me tell you, Katt Williams.
I mean,
that ain't funny.
Half of
that ain't funny. She got time for Katt Williams, but she ain't got time to call an Uber.
Look, listen, like, I mean, how many people's gonna think about calling an Uber when they're shit faced drunk? Come on now.
I would.
You called your own cousin at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. So I'd have the power to call.
Just for a random call.
So if I could call that, I had time for an Uber.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I ain't got the DUI. Tiffany Haddish got 3.
Yeah, even though the car out there that you call a car has got dents on the side of it.
Bro, I got T-boned by an 85-year-old who doesn't have good eyes.
Hey, look, bro, man, that's your
that
fault
nigga was
for not stopping before he turned. So
I was turning into my house.
You should have just stopped.
What? He was at the stop sign.
I'm just saying, bro. You shouldn't have been running lights, bro.
I wasn't. There's no light.
It's okay, my guy. Like, you can't blame the elderly for your mistakes.
That's not my mistake.
It's all right,
that's why
bro.
he paid me in a lawsuit.
That's crazy, bro, that you gonna do that to that nice old man.
Yeah,
that's
Tiffany
terrible.
Haddish.
Don't change the subject, bro. You fucked up for doing that.
Tiffany
now
Haddish.
He can't get his blood pressure medication because you took the money away to pay your car, bro. That's really fucked up.
He owed me that. But Tiffany Haddish, you had time to respond to Katt Williams, but you didn't have time for an Uber to
Half
call
the
an
celebrities
Uber.
have time to respond to something, and then they didn't even call
That is
Uber.
wild.
You want to know how many celebrities have DUIs?
She can clap back at Katt Williams, but she can't call an Uber?
Yes.
That is wild.
Says the guy.
That's not wild.
Says the guy who was out here wishing the downfall on people. You gonna call her wild for that?
Oh yeah, I'm still praying no downfall.
Fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, it's not even praying at this point. It's just like her just continuing to be on her downward spiral, and she's not doing anything about it.
That's crazy, bro. You don't know what she got playing. She could come out with some bars and you wouldn't even know about it. Just saying, bro.
Where you want to bet? Where you want to bet?
Katt Williams, bro.
You want to make a bet?
Hey, it may have been a little excessive. Maybe some people didn't need to be shot.
I don't think it was excessive. I think
definitely
it was fair.
no, because some people definitely didn't need them strays.
Who didn't need the stray?
Let's see. It was mostly about Cedric and Steve Harvey, so I don't know why.
Both of them shot at him. Not Steve Harvey, but Cedric shot at him and Ricky Smiley shot at him.
Yeah,
and Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer and Ricky Smiley are all part of a clique.
Yeah. They needed that whole talk. That was fine, but like how Kevin Hart got pulled into this, I'm like, God damn. You might be right. It might have just been a jealousy thing, and he just threw that out there just to be throwing it out.
They're both jealous of each other. They're not going to admit it, but they're both jealous of each other.
Who else?
Faison.
Don't understand why he got thrown into the mix.
Faison did speak on Katt Williams.
But was it enough to really catch that bullet, though?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't remember his part, but.
Okay. And Tiffany Haddish was standing next to Kevin Hart when Kevin Hart threw drugs on Katt Williams, so.
Well, he did say that, so.
Yeah, and he continued to say that he's not on drugs. So if you're throwing drugs on him just because people are saying that he was on drugs and you don't have any evidence, that's foul. So Kevin Hart does deserve that shot.
That's a fair point.
And if Tiffany Haddish, if you standing next to him, you gotta get this too.
Well, I mean, she could have spoken up and said, no, he wasn't. This is what happened type deal. But if she didn't, well, she didn't. So
yeah, and I'm gonna bleep this out, but like that shit you said about like if I'm standing next to it, he definitely has a right to definitely has a right to shoot at me as well.
Whatever.
You didn't say anything bad about him.
Whatever, bro.
You didn't say anything bad about him.
Move on, bro.
You didn't say anything bad about him.
It's been a quick hot minute. I drink water, like and subscribe, and all that good stuff. We the dry guys, so he drinks, we keep him dry.
See ya.